Oh, no, no. Alright. Whatever. I'm recording up. So,
Hi, I'm
I just,
Flamingo. Also, go get this.
whatever.
Woohoo! Yay!
Holy shit, I'm ass. I haven't played video games in like a week so far. But, alright, so whatever. Don't mind the lights. It's not, this is really just supposed to be background footage. Well, but, so, I'm making this account just so I can talk, document everything in my life. So once I get older, I have everything put back on and I'll discuss. Right now, I'm kind of focused on the game. It's kind of not going well, but I'll get better at this over time. It doesn't matter. Right now, freshman year of high school, almost we're spring about to start, so seasonal depression is over. We're doing a bit better than usual.
Wow, you got a headshot. Subscribe to Flamingo.
So
Headshot, boy!
currently, I'm in an 8-month relationship, so it's like that's good and all, right? So like you would expect if you were in an 8-month relationship, like there'd be some aspects of intimacy in it, right? But it's just not the case. And like at the beginning, I didn't have a problem with that. Like that's not like the first time I've dealt with that in a relationship. But I'm just like that. In previous relationships, there's still some bits of it. There's more intimacy than there is now. And that was back when I was in middle school, so that's like really, that's different. It's a whole different scene from now. Like right now, I get it. Like I didn't see her for 3 months, and she's like, all right, that's no problem. I don't mind waiting. I'm a pretty patient person, I'd say. But yeah, it's like, all right, like she'll text me, right? It's everything's going well. We'll text like, oh, well, there's nothing strange going on here. But as soon as it's like the one person, the vibe is just very different. It's like, I don't know. And at first I thought it was like, alright, maybe I'm just maybe I just have bad speaking skills because of something of the sort, but it's not that at all. I was like, I'll try to engage in a conversation like, on the other day when I was talking to her, I said something, and she just completely ignored it.
Wow, you got a headshot!
And so, like, alright, that kind of bugged me, then I was like, alright, whatever. I went to go tell my homeboy about it. I was like, alright, bro, it's clearly not me at this point, right? It's not even my fault. Like, I'm trying to make an effort. It's just kind of difficult. If it's very one-sided,
Wow, I
that's the
wish I could
problem.
be that guy.
And, like, I get it's like, she has strict parents, so we don't get to, like, hang out outside of school. So, like, we don't have that many classes together. So, it's like, there's very limited time. There's a lot of limited amount of time for us to be able to be comfortable with each other. So, alright, so I can see where that problem arises. But I still think it should just be, I don't know, alright, so one time in the past, this is my least favorite topic to ever bring up before discuss. One time in the past, I went to go give her, a hug, right? That's some silly, right? I'm in 9th grade, a hug should be no issue for anyone in 9th grade, anyone's history. And it's never been an issue for me before, ever. But, so I did. I tried that, and literally, she just stood there and looked at me, and then in front of everyone, because I was kind of embarrassing. Extremely embarrassing. So, for obvious reasons, I have not tried again, because I don't want that whole entire thing to react. I want to rehash that. It's like I want to work with her. I want to try to like fix it, like fix the lack of intimacy in our relationship. But, what else happens? Yeah. Oh, it's gonna take a bit, and we're gonna need to hang out outside of school for this to happen. Otherwise, I don't see it ever being fixed. Well, I could see it being fixed, but I'm gonna like really have to apply a lot of pressure, which I guess is like makes sense, but at the same time, it's very iffy because don't want to make the other person uncomfortable, obviously. But now what I want to talk about is what else is? Oh yeah, she texted me the other day, right? Because there's always been like a severe lack of communication between the two of us, but not on my part, more so on, it's more so on her part. Like, I'll try to communicate, like, so she texts me, she says, I feel like you don't like me anymore, but I'm like, alright, no, I still do like her, even though, like, even if there are some things I'd fix in her, I still do very much do like her, right? So I asked her, alright, why do you think that? Like, what should, like, we work on? And she just, what she do? She straight says,
Hi,
like,
I'm
as soon as she
Flamingo.
gets, like,
Also, go get the
as soon as she gets the
woohoo, yay.
reassurance that I still like her, she just completely ignores the topic and just sends random images as to not have to speak. And I'm like, okay, what the hell? And I'm like, I'm trying to be mature, like, because, like, if we're gonna date for a long time, like, we're gonna need better communication skills than this. So I try to continue it, try to fix things, and she just still ignores it, whatever. And, I gotta get over it. I gotta do it is what it is at that point, right? Like, maybe I shouldn't be settling for that, but I'll be patient. Right? So, I just ignore it. It's still on my conscience, clearly, since I'm making a whole video about it. I'm still thinking about it every day. It's still kind of bothering me. It's just like, how do you expect to fix anything without communication, you know what I'm saying? That's just my biggest problem. And it's like, what are you so scared of? I'm not gonna break up with you, I'm not gonna do anything of this sort. Just, like, speak to me, like, not him. Like, that's just how I feel. You know? Oh, but that's that's just how I feel based on my girlfriend. Besides that, I'm doing alright. I still love her
Wow,
very
I
much.
wish I could be that guy.
It aggravates me sometimes when she does things like that.
Hit that boy!
But anyways, we might focus on the game a little bit more right now, but recently I've been listening to a lot of podcasts.
Wow, you got a headshot.
Since
Subscribe to
my favorite
Flamingo.
YouTubers are like Sneeko and Damo. I've been listening to some of Sneaker's podcasts. He's the biggest misogynist on the planet, right? But it's whatever. He's fuck with it. Like, some of the shit he says, like, I get where he's coming from. But some of the shit he be saying is just crazy. I also really mess with okay, I keep dying, but whatever. But who else do I really mess with? Danny Mullen. I feel like them too. I feel like they really shaped my whole personality, which is why I agree with Sneeko on a lot of the stuff he says, which is not a good thing to some degree. But I think I can still think for myself and have my own ideas to articulate my things. Podcasts are just really enjoyable right now because they're funny as hell, especially when it's just men speaking, because it's hilarious. Also, why is this nigga just camping here? Fucking dickhead. Bitch ass nigga, fuck you. Yeah. Also, yeah, I've been hanging out with my friends a bit more, so that's solid. It's been pretty fun since the spring. During winter, I didn't really do much. I was having spring, hanging out with my friends. I'm in school. I'm like, right now, I have one B, and then the rest are A's. Like, that's cool and all. Like, I hate school so much because I don't care about doing any of this stupid ass work. This is how I really feel right now, but it is what it is. I'm doing it. Like, after really good grades in this one class, just so I can get food and yeah, for food. Anything for food. Real man, real football player, stop playing me. I'm not eating right now, but weightlifting has been the funnest thing. Cause I've been getting strong, but my ribs are right now. I just got the vaccine. So I might potentially change to red or something like that.
Wow, you got a headshot. Subscribe to Flamingo.
No. Okay, I don't know how I missed that, but should probably actually try, but that's not the focus of this anyways. It's just here. No, that might be all I have to say
Wow,
for
I
now.
wish I could be that guy.
I don't know how much I'm gonna upload. Probably won't tell anyone about this account. I don't think I talked about this, but I've been on NoFap for like, cause I've had a horrible addiction for the past, I don't know how many years. And I'm only 14, so that's a bad thing. But right now, NoFap, day 14, newest record. Feel very great about that. There's only a couple downsides, I'd say, which is, shit, he knifed me. That's fucked up. So I never have a full hard on, which is a problem because I like makes me feel great. So I don't ever have any of those, which kind of sucks. But yeah, and besides that, it's pretty beneficial, I'd say, for the mind. Refreshing, get all that stuff. Like, and it's kind of odd when you really think about it. Like, why am I just watching like random people serve procreate? And just beat into it like that. Best thing to do, stay, for me at least, because I really enjoy talking to her. So it's like, if I'm not talking to her, I don't want to talk to anyone else. Because everyone else just like kind of gets on my nerves at some point in time. So I'm just gonna stay in a relationship, try to work it out, and then eventually, when it does work itself out, well, it'll be top 10 out of 10, bro. Like, they'll have no complaints. Like, what are you talking about? That's literally it. What the fuck? I also have another concern. Meeting her family, right? If I ever do that, right? Hopefully, right? But, I'm a young black man, and from information that she has told me, I don't think that's very, what do you call it, very allowed, considering. Yeah, so I don't know if they'll like me or not, but I don't care. Everyone likes me, racist or not. Alright, I'm gone.